I'm from New Orleans, not Louisiana.
So I would kill it.
Because New Orleans is different from the rest of Louisiana.
Way uptown! Way uptown! We'll bow down on no how, man! Well, temperature!
We definitely different. We unique in our own way.
You can't buy this. This is our, they call us country.
Y'all think because we from the South and dumb, oh, y'all got fucked up.
If I'm going to say I'm from New Orleans, not Louisiana, I don't have to say that. Because once you hear me talk.
Like certain people laugh when I say luminiferal or refrigerator or I'm about to go make groceries. They be like, make groceries? What is that?
We don't sound like none of the rest of Louisiana.
And we're going to get the yay, we're going to yay with the yay.
As soon as I open my mouth, then he'll come to say, baby.
Hey, baby!
We got a whole different culture. Second line, Mardi Gras Indians.
When we go other places, they gonna know where we from. Yeah, they ain't gonna say Louisiana, they gonna say you from New Orleans.
No disrespect to the boot at all, but New Orleans is zone. We our own state.
We like our own little planet within the country.
Wherever we went, from Houston to Atlanta to Shreveport to Florida, Alabama, after Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, we brought that with us. We brought the hot sausages, the crawfish, and the bounce music.
From New Orleans, bitch. I'm from a hood near you.
Everybody else in Louisiana sound like Houston. I wouldn't know if I know Baton Rouge people for sure, but once you pass Baton Rouge, bro, like.
When I was in prison in Jackson, right? Now you got Northern Louisiana and you got Southern Louisiana, where we could have said New Orleans. But a lot of them niggas is so close to Texas. Like I had partners where I gamble against Cowboys and the Saints, but them niggas would tell me they from Shreveport, Texas. And they like the Cowboys, they don't fuck with the Saints.
All the niggas I meet from like Lafayette, Lake Charles, I be thinking them niggas from Houston. And I don't mean no disrespect, Homer and all that shit. Like I be feeling like they from Houston.
Section they at, by them being 15 minutes from Texas, it's just natural, you feel me? So we like, when it was us, like, oh, he from the city. They know you talking about New Orleans.
When you talk to somebody over a phone about a funeral in New Orleans, they be like, oh boy, that bitch was packed. That bitch was off the chain, you heard me? Like, we really discuss that, but that's our culture.
The culture of New Orleans, how we go from a block party, a band, a concert, all in one. You can have a funeral. The funeral happens, the band plays. When the funeral disperses, it goes into a block party. We call it a repast.
They call that the last ride. Like this your last time being here. We gonna go out big.
We celebrate that. We're the only people on the planet that celebrates that in this type of magnitude.
You haven't probably talked to a person in 3 months, but they know when your funeral is and your second line is, they coming out the house to get their last moments, and maybe they didn't want to attend the funeral and have a bad reflection of you, so they wanted to celebrate you.
Most people mourn, they bury their dead, and they go on. We don't do that. We celebrate, we second line, we party, we have a repast because he passed, and now you got the people coming out in the neighborhood and you're blocking off the streets, and now you got a block party. And somebody's gonna grab the mic, and somebody's gonna tell somebody to shake and catch the wall.
It all started with a funeral.
It all started with a funeral.
A shooting that police said happened this morning on North Claiborne.
Heavy police presence here on Claiborne.
South Claiborne has seen its share of bloodshed.
Tell them the significance of Claiborne, how it separate projects in.
Claiborne goes from uptown to downtown, really. That's like one of the longest streets in the city. You know what I'm saying? That bitch, he busts wide open from uptown to downtown.
You know, uptown, they all the way wild out. I'm from UPT, I'm from UPT. It don't matter where you from, bro, it's where you at. You gonna be a man no matter what.
You would tell the downtown nigga, tell uptown nigga the swag.
The lingo, everything.
Yeah, everything, you know what I'm saying?
You go downtown and talk, niggas gonna know you from uptown.
People from uptown like more slicker. That's what other parts of New Orleans say. Them niggas, they're slick uptown. Watch them uptown niggas.
Niggas really will whack you uptown and they be the calmest niggas in the world. But niggas downtown really be like the, you know, they wild magnolia.
We thinking quicker. Downtown and West Bank, like they more physical. Before they outthink you, they'll try to fight you.
I don't think it's a difference. I think it's just our mindset.
People used to be like, well, man, uptown, they used to go shop at Rubenstein's and other people couldn't go shop over there. But I'm like, the 4 were Albertville project right on Canal, so they could go right there. Warren Mays was fly as fuck.
Uptown, downtown is one word. Because I don't care if you're from uptown, you can live downtown, because it's a small ass city. And I don't care if you're from downtown, you live uptown. or you done fuck some of the hoes uptown, or you done fuck some of them downtown. So I ain't gonna play with small ass city. We're gonna stop dividing it like that. We all gonna be one.
My mama don't feel safe. Literally, me and my mom went to the gun show and we got her a gun for that reason.
Because of jacking cars.
Yeah, like she don't feel safe. Like every day she tell me like don't go. Like if you go in that east, don't go to the gas station.
What part of the city we in right now?
We in the east right now. That's the Wild Wild West. You feel me? East Afghanistan.
Man, the east, the wicked east, the wild wild east.
New Orleans East, whatever, which is one of the largest parts of New Orleans, for wise its land, and is one of the worst parts of New Orleans right now.
The East is one of those places that niggas migrated to. Bro, the East was beautiful. The East was the first memory.
A nigga from uptown will be like, bitch, I'm trying to move in the East, bitch.
On some real
you feel me?
upgraded type shit.
Discover a whole new way to shop, save, and celebrate the holiday spirit. The Plaza. Discover the place with more.
At one time, the East had the plaza with ice skating rings, they had bowling alleys, they had movie theaters, the Grand, they had Six Flags theme park. Now you look at the East like 30-some years later, look how the East is now from how it was probably like in the 80s and the 70s and even the early 90s.
It ain't no more split wards no more. It's basically everybody just piled up into one area now.
Which is the East.
Which is the East.
That bitch uptown, downtown, across the river, everybody out there. You push all them people out there, you get what you looking for. It's a pot of gumbo.
People saying the East got the highest murder rate, the cartels, the shootings, the stabbings, robberies. I done the stats 2 days ago. The West Bank got the most shootings. Metairie got the most carjackings. You hear me? That shit ain't even factual like that, son. This shit goes on, but it go on everywhere.
We ain't tripping, we downtown dipping, we uptown sipping, got my crown apple with the shit.
I've traveled around the world. There's no place like New Orleans, you know what I mean? And that bounce music is feel good, call and response, heavy bass. That music is embedded in your DNA.
A lot of people are fucking with our sound and it's getting really big.
Nice for what? We gave them that. This culture gave them the ability to use that song, bounce music.
Oh, where they at, girl? Oh, where they at, girl? Oh, where they at, girl? Oh, where they at, girl?
It's just an evolution of it. Cause Back to That Stuff is a timeless record and that is a bounce record. I Need a Hot Girl is a bounce record. Wobble Wobble Shake It Shake It is a bounce record or whatever. You know, I Got That Fire is a bounce record.
And a lot of people say New Orleans is haunted because it's built on a graveyard. Man, we got so many different legends and horror stories. Out of towners say like, when you meet a girl from New Orleans, don't eat their red gravy on the first date and shit like that. And you know, it's just all, yeah, put a root on you through the red gravy. Some people will comb their hair and if hair fall on the ground, they want to take that hair and burn it so nobody else don't get a piece of the hair and put voodoo on them through that. The pig people, you know, then you had the ice house that was on uptown and a lot of people were so scared of the ice house. They felt like the ice house was just like haunted or something, you feel me? Because you had so many people that done fell in there and didn't make it out and shit like that.
What's a fit?
A fit is basically like tennis shoes to your shirt, jeans, everything. That's the whole fit. Like the whole thing. You gotta have that shit all the way matching to the T.
What's
you want
shop?
a whole out. Shop is like, bitch, you holding it down, you clean. Like sharp. Like some people be like, oh, you sharp today. But for New Orleans, you sharp, bitch, you holding it down out you heard me?